let's analyze NVIDIA and then the S&P 500 today. Today is August 7th, 2025. And if we look at NVIDIA right here, it's still maintaining the trend, the channel that I drew right here. So the arrow is essentially pointing at a trend. And again, folks, 2 points make a trend line. And if you could connect more than 2 points to say 3 points, then it reinforces the strength of that trend line. And so sometimes you can also draw the trend line at the bottom and you can multiply it or duplicate it, at the top and put it on top, and you essentially create a channel. So you can see right here, NVIDIA has been in a channel ever since it looks like back in May was when we started the channel. Let me move the arrow around just to show you right there. Around this month right here, that was when the channel started. And eventually we found our way crossing the pink line, which is, again, my 200-day moving average, which is the line that most institutions pay attention to in terms of defining the general trend of the chart. In this case, it's NVIDIA. So ever since we got over that pink line right there, where the arrow is currently pointing at, I know it's hard to see, but if you just set it up on your charts, the 200-day moving average, you're going to see it right in there. Ever since it crossed above that, you can see right there, it basically just continued to rally in this channel formation, right? So, well, it's a lot easier to see after the fact, but this is where we're currently at with NVIDIA. Very stable trend or channel, and I believe it will continue to respect the channel until, well, that channel no longer is respected. When it's no longer respected, we want to assess the quality of the market environment and determine if it's something to continue to hold on or if not. Let's move on to the next one. So we also said we were going to look at the S&P 500. And so what I have right here is SPY. And the arrow is basically pointing at the 20-day moving average, but also today's price action. And as you can see, as I zoom in right here, right, the chart that we're on is the daily chart, and we're focusing on just this one single candle right here. And the single candle represents 1 day, and you can see that we basically opened with a gap up, try to go up, but then we ended up selling down and then wicking, right, basically bouncing up from the close or right before the close and creating the candle. So for the most part, if I remove this arrow around, we still are respecting the 20-day moving average right there. I know it's hard to see, but it's the bright green line right there. But again, we're still respecting the 20-day moving average, but we're just kind of chopping around right here, as you can see. So it's not really an easy environment. It's sort of like a yellow light environment, but the good part is that we still are holding the 20-day moving average. Now, if we zoom in, I'm going to switch over from the daily chart to the 15, or let's go down to the 5-minute. Oh, wrong button.